This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Let's get right into the news. All right, so Tekashi talks about ALPO during that whole Academics Wack 100 interview. And it's so funny what's happening after that interview. We'll get into that in a second. We kind of talked about that last night. But so Tekashi goes off and says that his baby mom's, like, I'm sorry, not his baby mom. His girlfriend's baby father is like a Mac baller blood and had like a baby shower, or was at a baby shower in August. And ALPO just showed up in Harlem, right? Showed up and everyone was like just on him, you know, like pouring him drinks, you know, making sure he's good. Now, Mac baller bloods, I guess they're known for, like, you know, taking out snitches and rats, right? So he thought he was making a point that, like, oh, these guys, you know, they say all this stuff, but they don't really, you know, they don't really back it up or do anything, right? So then he goes on to say, well, you know, when ALPO got, when ALPO's life was taken in Harlem, you know, he was all on the phone talking to people like, oh, you see what happened to ALPO, right? That's what happens. That's what happened. He's like, it's crazy because when he was in people's faces, nothing happened. And I could kind of see sometimes ALPO was different because, like, even though he, you know, ratted and everything, he was still going around Harlem when he came home, smacking people, sunning people. It's crazy, you know. It's nuts, man. And this is what, and you know, it's like nobody pressed him because he ratted, you know, and it's a funny situation, you know. And you know, Tekashi was like, I'm gonna get the whole Harlem hot right now. Now, after this interview, Hassan Cambell and Wack 100 had their problems before. Hassan Cambell and him were fine on the podcast, really. You know, they coexisted. But it's funny now that it's almost like a calculated move where, you know, Hassan Cambell's going at Wack 100 again and exposing, like, personal, I mean, you know, like, phone calls, like recorded phone calls. That's like some cop stuff, man. To record people's phone calls when they don't know. Like, Clubhouse is another thing. That's totally different. That's open. It's public. You know you're public. When you're on a private phone call with somebody and they record your phone call, that's a violation. Off rip. I'm sorry. Somebody's done that to me before. It's violating. And you know what? You can never be cool with that person again. If you record phone calls and stuff, there's something wrong with you, bro. Like, that's weird. Like, you like the feds. But anyways, on that call, Wack 100 was trying to say that Nipsey was zesty, and I was like, what is with Wack 100 and, like, going at Nip all the time? I don't get that. Like, he was doing that after he passed away, and he was promoting Blueface. It's like, is that something you just know that people will get mad and you say that stuff? I don't get it, man. I really don't get it. But anyways, tell me what you guys think in the comments. We'll get to some new fresh news in a second. Yo, Tokyo Tony, Blac Chyna's mom, is like the biggest clout chaser I've ever seen. I gotta be honest. I don't know if you guys seen her. Now that she's not allowed in the courtroom anymore because she was disclosing things that were happening in the courtroom on her IG Live. They banned her from the courtroom, so now she's just walking around with an attorney outside of the court building. I mean, and then she's like, watch my podcast. Like, man, can you imagine having a mother like that, man? It's crazy. Anyways, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Don't forget, anything's possible today, and don't let one bad thing ruin your whole day ever, okay? Ever. I saw a good quote where it was like, you know, say you had like $100,000 in your bank account and say $100 gets stolen. Do you throw the whole $900 away, or do you just keep moving? You know, you can't let one little section, one little small percentage of your day throw your whole day off. You got to keep moving forward. You know, and we all go through stuff. We can't control how other people treat us. We can demand respect and everything, but you can't control how someone's going to love you, how someone's going to treat you, and all that kind of stuff. And people will let you down. I've been let down a lot in my life when I'm there for a lot of people. I try to be there for a lot of people, and not everybody shows up for you. Luckily, I have a good mother, and she always shows up for me, if I need it. But I'm saying, like, a lot of people don't even have one person, and that hurts, and it hurts when you build bonds with people and they let you down, So you just got to move forward and brush that stuff off. It takes a day or two. You take your day or two, but move forward, because you know what? The universe will remove bad people from your life. They'll see things, they'll hear things you didn't, and you got to push forward through that stuff. And I always have to remind myself of that the universe will remove negative people from your life. Now, where a lot of us go wrong is we'll go try to control that situation, where say that person messed up and removed themselves from our lives, but we're so attached emotionally sometimes we chase after that person, and that's going against the universe's wishes, unless you messed up, that's something different, but if you didn't really do anything wrong and that happens, it's for a reason. I've made the mistake in my past, I would say about 14 years ago. No, 12 years ago. The universe removed somebody from my life, and I went back to them. So that is a relationship type of thing, and it just ended up even worse. Like sometimes people exit your life and it's their loss, because they think they could get something better, they could do something better, or that some people were constantly just shopping for the best, and they're not about building a bond or building a future with anybody, and those people usually end up alone. Sometimes great people end up alone, and sometimes horrible people end up alone, or they end up in a situation where they're miserable but they are stuck in that situation because maybe they're financially dependent on that other person, or maybe they had kids with that. But it's like, I'm not saying any of that's wrong. I'm just saying, like, there's so many scenarios that could go down. You kind of got to just trust what the universe is doing. If somebody removes themselves from my life, nothing really bad happened. If they return, it could be that they need, I don't know. We could go talk about that all day, but just trust the universe. That's what I'm saying. I appreciate you guys, and this is Jordan Tower with JT News. Smash that like button. I'll check you guys in the next one. Peace.